check. How we doing? Oh. Awesome. Breath work. Breath work. Is that too loud? Breath work. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. We're doing something a little different here. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet, so we can just place it right here. The title, working title, things I like, things I don't like. I'm just going to kind of go through the list. Usually it's going to be about 3 of each. I'm not taking this from any other channel, I promise.
She's an alcoholic. She's an alcoholic, a liar, a manipulator, and a whore.
And I'm just going to talk through what we're going through, okay? And per usual, I'm going to be halfway doing some art. I promised you I was going to go through all of these Trader episodes. We're working towards it.
Stopping her from walking away, and you're having issues. Now, stop. Come on, and stop now.
Okay, so we've had a couple issues. Number 1, Peacock hit me with 3 episodes on the first go through.
She's a fucking embarrassment.
I don't have the mental capacity. I know exactly who I am, okay? And I know that I can't I can't handle a lot. So we did the first 3 episodes, all compacted into one. We mixed it up with some, fan service, some fun, okay? And then we had last week, they released 2 episodes. What happens after that? I get sick because I flew from here to Arkansas to help film a dental practice. And I'm still a little bit sick. We'll figure it out. We're about to go into Ice-Ageddon. It's about to ice over. Not looking forward to it. We live in Dallas, like in the midst of it. So all of our power lines snap whenever the wind blows. So you'll probably see me on the news. I went to Aldi last night and wanted to murder everybody. And this leads me right into my first thing. Kroger, panic buying, is such a nasty trait to have. You live in a metropolitan area. There is a risk that our water is going to get cut off, that the electricity will go away. Let me make sure this is recording.
Tom's house was broken into and he confronted the burglar and then had to go have eye surgery. And then my son had to go over and help. And then my son, he rolled his car 5 times on the way home. Yeah, I'm under a lot of stress.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that because we do live in a denser area, in my head, I think we have more options if shit hits the fan, okay? I think as Americans, we're too lazy to kill each other, and this is gonna last us a week, babe, okay? If shit gets really bad, we can all just drive. We all have cars.
There's not going to be a swimming pool, you stupid slut.
That could maybe work. I don't know. I've been trying to think through this. I went to Kroger, and Kroger had a lot of nerve to not only have only one section of self-checkout open and one cashier open before a natural disaster. There was no toilet paper. There was no water left. All I needed to get was cat food and flowers for my dear friend Katie. It was her birthday. Happy birthday, Katie. But yeah, I think my first thing is panic buying because I don't know. That's so like boomer to go panic buy. Like I remember in high school, they were like talking about there was going to be no gas for a week and there were lines at every single gas station. And part of me thinks that was Russian interference. That was the first Russian interference with social media, was to create false scarcity. So we would panic just to see what would happen. And in Joshua, Texas, not a lot. I just stayed home. My dad usually says this is going to blow over in 2 weeks. Most of the time it does, because this is America and we don't like to be uncomfortable for very long. So, and we'll get on that too.
What the?
Before I go into my next thing that I'm pissy about this week, we'll start off with the shit that I'm mad about and then we'll go into the good things, okay? Before we go into that though, I am going to be doing a decoupage collage. I think that's what it's called, decoupage.
Good luck.
Of Johnny Weir. I'm going to be going through, no matter what kind of video it is.
Stupid bitch, a silly cow, not the full ticket, a wanker.
I'm going to be doing somebody from Traders. I did Lisa Rinna last week, and this week we're going to be doing one of my all-time favorites, Johnny Weir. I love Johnny Weir.
He's a 3-time U.S. national champion, a medalist at the World Championships, a true artist on and off the ice. His exuberant style made him the talk of Vancouver at the Winter Games in 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Weir.
I can't even lie, fuck better when I'm drinking. Ride dick like a pro, throw the pussy like I'm famous.
We were watching it the other night, and I was like, what an appropriate gay icon.
Famous, pussy feel so good, feel like the rubber all fainted. You ain't gotta tell me, I know this pussy be yanking.
Like, flamboyant, witty, talented, athletic. Like, I remember watching Johnny Weir and thinking like, oh, I could do something that's like gay and athletic. I couldn't. I mean, I could have. My mom lied to me about dance class when I was like in 4th grade, and it still haunts me. She told me that they didn't let boys in dance class, and I found out later there were several boys in dance class in high school.
Important. Yeah.
I don't know, and he's just so good on Traitors. Him and Tara Lipinski are just fun to watch. And Johnny Weir, you have a big fan in me. The only thing I will say is you and Alan Carr, Alan Cumming, y'all have both got to stop dressing like Laganja Estranja. Mainly Alan. You're still safe, Johnny.
Props to you, mama.
Gender is a construct. Tear it apart. But they're also like kind of playing in our face. Because I know for a fact people have complained about the Traitors headshots that are above the fireplace, because those look doo-doo. I'm sorry whoever did that. I don't know why they keep shooting it on a Samsung from 2005.
Knee slapper.
Those look bad. Y'all need a professional to do them, but I think y'all are doing it on purpose, and I like that because it's creating a little bit of culture, of discourse. I'm really going 1,000 miles a minute today. Hold on.
You gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet or he might hear you.
Beautiful. Let's move on to my next thing.
Oh, really? Don't piss me off.
It's the Trump administration. I know it should have probably been first. You know, awful people, mean, evil villains. Shit's getting weird. And I'm going to say this. Am I too hairy to wear this?
Can you just shut up? Sorry, look, Chewbacca.
Am I too old to wear tank tops? I'm going to say this, and I know everybody says it, and it's not funny anymore. Everybody in the Trump administration is a faggot.
Fucking gay homo.
Mike Johnson is probably the biggest offender. He's like, he's into pup play. Like, he is kind of sneaky. He's done like diaper play before. Like, he's into some like rich nerdy gays are into. Are you reading me? Like, he has like a hentai mouse pad. JD Vance gives me that he probably plays in like a gay dodgeball league, and he's not very good. He's also a bartender at like the only bar that's open during the day and closed at night at your local gay area. And he's very mean. He's not very nice. He also is not good at sex. Who else? Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem gives me that she like, first of all, she's very like, that's a lesbian mama. Like in the best words I can use. And I don't mean to pin this on the lesbian community, because the lesbian community is amazing. But like, that's not like, this isn't just cosplay. Like, this is you living out a fantasy. This right here. Whichever way. Like, this is, you're getting some like, you're wet wearing this. You know what I mean? It's sick. Caroline Levitt. Caroline Levitt is like one of like, she's like a new drag queen. Fresh on the spot. She's not doing her dips correctly. She's not doing her death drops correctly. She's not doing any sort of aerobatics correctly. Mainly she just got filler, and she's been pestering the show host to let her do the show, and she lets her do the show, and she can't walk in heels, and she's doing Danity Kane, you know? But she's mean. Like, she's still mean and vicious, and she has a good crowd of people around her. So you're like, the bar's full because Caroline came in tonight. The music was shit. The dancing was shit. The hosting was shit. She was aggressive and she was rude to everybody, but she brought a good crowd, and the crowd drinks. Like, they party. Trump Trump gives me like older drag queen. She's been around the block a few times.
Not a day goes by.
But she's also like a charity queen, and I mean that in the best way possible. Trump gives me that like there never was a leaping off point from her home bar, and they give her the Wednesday slot. She hosts karaoke. She gets sloppy. She throws up a lot. I'm just describing me. She sits down when she pees, but there's always a puddle. She wears the same flipped out hair every time. She bought it at Wynwood. I just wanted to get my two cents out for them. Another piece of baggage I've been holding in is Salad & Go's closing. And I want to know what group of bitches let this happen. Because we're all about community. We're all about third places, third spaces. We're all about feeding the community. So when there is a place that serves fresh vegetables, salads, soups, coffee, delicious ice lemonade, and y'all don't support it, and it's $15 for a soup, a salad, a burrito, and a cold brew, I'm sorry, you don't support the community. It's just disappointing. Salad & Go was that girl. That's whenever I was walking dogs and working at the restaurant, I knew for a fact that I could get a full day's meal exactly for $15. I could feed myself decent food that I would be full throughout the rest of the day for cheap. And also all these other brands playing in the face of Salad & Go. Are you joking? Do you know what they did for us? They were a socialist organization. In my mind, they were a socialist organization. They fed the community for cheap. They never ran weird campaigns. Every single person that I interacted with at Salad & Go was nice. And they dealt with tons of customizations, and they still dealt with it. I'm sorry, but this world, I mean it, it's cruel, ugly, and mean-spirited. I haven't had a Alani or I'm an Aldi girl, a Summit Energy Peach Wave, and a long time, in a full week. And then I had one and it rocked my world. And I found out that's where my eye twitching has been coming from. And I don't think it's mixing well with my semaglutide. By the way, I've been on semaglutide for 5 months and nothing's happened. It's partly my fault, but it's okay. I want to move on to some of the positives in my life. You know, we're not quite done yet. We have some positives to do. Some positives in my life has been the song Headphones On by Addison Rae. I don't care who you are. It is a stunning song. It's been described as like, in my head, it's been described as like Natalie Imbruglia meets Fatboy Slim.
Shut up!
The organ, the beat, the way she's singing, the actual music video, stunning. I have to listen to it and watch it once a day. Addison Rae, I've said this before. I didn't know you were that girl. And then I found out today she's a Final Fantasy character for something.
Move. Where's my table? Where's the bottle? Move. Where's my man?
So far so good. We are doing amazing things here on the channel. I also liked when Johnny Weir was like in her gaga like we all kind of were, but it's not like professional Gaga, like it's like Monster Ball Gaga.
I have to function. Get your together.
I like that because this was me. 2009, 2010, you couldn't tell me anything. I was putting face paint on. I mean, it doesn't look like him, but that's okay. I've really got to learn size.
People love that I hate myself. Yeah, they love that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. People love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode, a thought without a body.
Anyways, I've really got to learn proportion and scale when it comes to these because I'm also printing these pictures off at work, which is great because somebody sits directly behind me and I'm sure they saw me today typing in, Johnny, we are close-up picture. Johnny, we are headdress. Johnny, we are on ice. And then printing it off and just looking around. Can't find that clip anywhere. If anybody has a link to it's Goldie Hawn and she's walking a trail and she takes a drink of water and spits it out and goes, Cheyenne. Some other positive baggage I have is I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. My boyfriend got me an emulator, and which I was kind of curious about. I didn't really know what to expect, and then he helped me download a bunch of games. I had never played Pokemon on like Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or anything, and it's really unlocking something in me. I'm horrible with keeping up with video games. I'll start a video game and I will let it fester and sit there and be mad at me. And I'll get to a point where I can't, like, I'm not going to repeat this. I'm not going to do it again. And I'll get stuck there. My boyfriend, on the other hand, is a problem solver when it comes to video games, especially. And he loves to figure out,
Shake the shit out of Christina.
all that stuff. I don't have the patience for it. I think that's why I have such an affinity for The Sims, is because there's no expectation. You can make whatever you want. With Tomb Raider, it is just one big puzzle. It's frustrating. That's why I beat all the Tomb Raiders and now I shouldn't have to do anything else. Pokemon is not only like, I know it's supposed to be a child's game, fully not, in my opinion. I think it's an everybody game. It's so much fun. It's relaxing. I can sit there and drink wine and still play and like not get frustrated. Right now in my party, I have a Blastoise. I evolved a Blastoise, a Persian, because the Persian is sickening. Doug Trio. Who else do I have? Wigglytuff. Raichu. And I just got a Flareon. I just got a Flareon. Oh, he just got a Flareon. I also feel like playing the emulator at the airport, I kind of felt a little like Chris Chan. I think everybody deserves to feel a little bit like Chris Chan every once in a while. Oh, she is stunning. Oh, y'all can't take her.
He's a little dead. To me.
I also like bringing these back to my boyfriend like like I'm in kindergarten and it's my report card.
I think about acting like a baby every day.
And he's like, oh, that looks so good, babe. I'm like, another thing, positive baggage for me was I got to shoot with one of my really good divas. You've probably seen it by now if you follow me closely. Carly Roxanne. We did a concept that I have been stewing on for forever. And it finally came, like, this is one of the very first, like, photo shoots that I've done with a friend. And, like, I love shooting with all of my friends. It's amazing, especially Bleach. One of the first shoots where everything came together in my head and then came together in the picture. And a lot of that was I was trying to prove that to myself that I can use more physical props, less Photoshop needed, less AI needed. I have to use AI all day, unfortunately, just for the volume that I work at with some of the dental practices. It is distressing and it's annoying and it makes you feel like a shell whenever you're using it, because at the end of the day too, with advertising right now, especially on Facebook, it's like, where's any of this going? It's just, I don't know. It's just such a blank world at this point. Advertising on social media for me, I don't see it. If you holler me in the comments if you get actual traction from advertising on social media right now, because a lot of it, in my opinion, is just people noticing that stuff is AI and they're commenting AI on it, which is getting them traction. But it's also like you're still a business at the end of the day. You're not an influencer, so like rage bait is not going to work great for an actual business, right? So I don't know. I'm like annoyed with social media, and like I think what I want to do, I want to start doing like a passion project shoot a month, and then sitting down and going through everything that I did technically, and just like video. I need to actually film behind the scenes and like film what I'm doing, what I'm shooting with, who I'm shooting with. Like I miss like getting excited to print something, and like now I've been forcing myself to print photos and it's not exciting as it used to be. And that might just be with age. Like I don't have, that's another thing is like whenever I used to print off stuff, it would be on like silver paper, and I would have like my drunk friends at home and I would show it off and they would like oogle it and like give me a little confidence boost. And like now it's just me and my cats kind of staring at it. Everything's going great. Okay, so I kind of want this to be like ridiculous colors. I really need, yeah. Ugh. All of my markers also are just awful at this point. Honestly, I don't even know. We're having an ice apocalypse. What else could I talk about? I went through my shit too early. Now I can't complain anymore. I didn't time this out very well. Are you a fierce diva?
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
You know, it looks like shit, but it looks like my shit.
Yeah.
What do I want? What do I want?
Kind of good. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm done here. Thank you so much for joining me one more time. Johnny Weir, if you see this, I'm so sorry. I think it looks great. We're going to enhance it a little bit before I post it, but thank you so much. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, because everything sucks right now and everything's too expensive. And we're about to be in another ice storm here in Texas, and the power is going to go out. I have natural gas at my house, so I can take up to one person if they want to visit. But thank you so much. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me all about yourself, babe.